I'm Not Him and Ange Postecoglou have just played in the dullest, flattest, peakiest Europa League finale. But Big Ange has won the trophy for Tottenham, meaning Manchester United go through another horrible season, but this time, no trophies. Manchester United are in a crisis at the moment, and if they don't really sharpen up, they could find themselves in the Championship soon. But not to worry, guys, because I'm going to be taking over. As Amorim says he'll walk, and that's what he does, going to another club, leaving me to pick up the pieces, get the players loving their football again, back into European competitions, and this time, winning them. As yes, people, here we are, Manchester United under my management. However, some things are going to stay the same. I've got a clear idea for this rebuild. But yes, Amorim is gone. He is done. He is finito. Leaving me to pick up the pieces, but I might just stick with his formation. And we have gone ahead and used life points. So these are the objectives we do have. Finishing a Champions League spot and win the FA Cup, but I have some different ones. As yes, welcome back to the 5 challenges we have to complete. The first one, very simple. It's kind of a real life struggle. As in real life right now, Tottenham are said to get £100 million from winning the Europa League, so we'll do the opposite. We have to make 100 million revenue. That will require players sold, plus we've got to buy players in order to improve this team, as the rest of the challenges will be open shortly. Once we make that 100 mil as now, how are we going to do it? Well, I think there's a given right there. Jadon Sancho back at the club after his loan. Marcus Rashford now. He wasn't favoured under Amorim. Do I give this man a chance because he's done okay at Aston Villa? Anthony got a special something still, but I don't think I'll be using him this time. And also Garnacho. Now, after the Europa League finale, he did an interview saying he was angry at the amount of game time he got in the finale, but I really don't want to sell him. Maybe a loan deal would be best for Garnacho. Give him the Marcus Rashford treatment, but then the strikers, don't get me started. Xerxes and Højlund. Now these two just can't score. And there's a few more on this transfer list. One player that's just won a cup. Tyrell Malacia, I believe, just won the Dutch league. Maybe I'm wrong on that. He's won one competition, I know that. And then we're going to loan out loads of the young boys, including Garnacho, Chido, Obi, and Aiden Heaven, the centre-back. Oh, and get this. Right, we've got to make 100 million in profit. But none of the cash we make, we can spend. It's going straight to the Glazers. I know that's not what you want to hear, but profit's got to be made to keep the club afloat. And first, sales first. This is Tyrell Malacia, one of the transfer listed. Of course, I do want to sell the transfer listed players, but we could end up getting rid of a first teamer. That 100 mil's got to be made, and that's 10.9 into the bank. And this is rubbing it in a little bit. Spurs going for Anthony, the team that just beat us in the finale, stealing one of Manchester United's best players. Joking, United fans, joking, as another winger departs the club. The recently signed player, Jadon Sancho, goes permanently to Chelsea, taking us up to 75.9 million, probably one more sale to go. Or maybe 2, because the first one, Rasmus Højlund, I said I wanted to sell a striker. And he's departing the club alongside Onana, going to the rivals. Why the heck City want this man? I do not know. Terrible goalie. At the moment, as that takes us past our 100 million we needed to make. And that is the first challenge completed. As the second one, we just have to finish top 4. Hopefully it will be this season. And with only 86 million to spend, I'm only making one signing. And come on, I've got to go realistic. It's definitely a signing happening. Matheus Cunha to Old Trafford. But then again, we don't have a goalie. Leaving me to trust this man, Bayındır, 28-year-old. Is he Man United quality? No, but still, I'm impressed by this team a bit. Bruno Fernandes hitting a 90 rating. Jeez, he's had a good season. And then Cunha, he's gone to a striker. I switched his position immediately. Mazraoui being the first one, an 85 at right midfield. Casemiro, I was going to change and have changed, but he's getting released by the club. Gotta make money off his wages. And Marcus Rashford to a cam. Luke Shaw to a centre-back. I think Dorgu's gone to a left mid, and Garnacho's gone out on loan and not impressed too much. We need the attitudes out the club, and if he's not improving on loan at Nice, maybe he's next to be out the club, as Matheus Cunha, 26 goals. And I'm also trusting this man who's been frozen a little bit out by Amorim. Kobe Mainoo's back in the team after this season playing less than Casemiro. And Ugarte in minutes, but we don't complete the second challenge. A 6th place finish without European football as well. This is shocking for Manchester United. We should have been in the top 4 at minimum. We've got bigger challenges than just top 4, as we lost on penalties to Everton. We lost in the final of the Carabao Cup to Southampton, who are now in the Championship, and Tottenham Hotspur won the Super Cup. Just to rub it in, the trophy we should have been in this season, and with the rating increases we've got, we should have been higher up than 6th place. It's embarrassing, and I'm actually surprised we've got a budget as big as that. 69 million. Now, we don't need to make 100 mil in revenue. However, the transfers are on strict, so players are going to cost more money. We've got an aging Harry Maguire, no goalkeeper of quality. For me, we need some defensive winners. There's an ex-Man United player who's just won something, and I might have to go and look at him, but can we make more money? Can we sell some players? Mason Mount's rating's actually gone up, 81 as a cam, so maybe Garnacho, yes, he's young, but he's the lowest rated, so can depart the club. I don't care. I'm not using him in this career mode. 36.7 million profited to spend this season. And if you don't like the fact that I've just sold Garnacho to West Ham United, there are more Man United rebuilds on the channel, linked below, or just click on the channel, and whilst you do, please do drop a subscription. It's completely free, and please leave a like, as now we go in for that goalkeeper. As I said, ex-Manchester United, and just has won a trophy, and just has played in Europe, made a transfer to Eintracht Frankfurt. Dean Henderson will cost roughly what we made from Garnacho, and not only is he ex-United, but he's also ex-Grimsby Town. Always gotta get my Grimsby mentions in, as he's back at Old Trafford. This time the number 1 shirt. He's very happy, and I'm glad to have him back here, as when I've put Shaw and Lisandro into the defense alongside Matthias de Ligt, looks like midfield we could use most, because Dorgu can interchange with Rashford, giving us 2 options on the wing, as maybe we do go back to another ex-player, one with 11 goals, 6 assists in Serie A this season. Scott McSauce, and his evaluation's actually more than his release clause. Gotta capitalise on that, and it's a good deal for the owners, Sir Radcliffe and the Glazers, and hopefully gets us top 4 football. No more McFred, it is McMainu. That sounds like McDonald's. To me anyway, maybe I've just got McDonald's on the mind. As Fernandez 92 overall, and overall a solid team. It looks like Dorgu's gone ahead and left us. Bloody hell, Patrick. Leverkusen replacing Grimaldo. We could have made some money on him, but at least we do have goal scorers. Matheus Cunha with 29, Mount 20, Fernandez 24. But it is the season of comeback. Scott McTominay back at United with 22 goals from midfield. Insanity. Then the lone boys have not done too bad. Collier, Heaven, Amas and Williams. But only 1 player in the team of the season. I thought there'd be Scott McTominay there.
You all laughed at me. Well, I have to say, you're not laughing now.
Certainly not, and guess what? I'm not laughing at that finish. Yes, 20 points off City, but it's second, and that's a top 4 finish. That completes our objective, but before we actually see the next one, we've gone ahead and won the FA Cup over Spurs. Revenge for the Europa. Ange can keep that trophy because Bruno's now got another FA Cup. Love it as Nottingham Forest win the Carabao. They've signed Gyökeres. I couldn't believe it when I actually saw it. As Stuttgart in the Europa League finale? Come on, Manchester United. We've got to be beating AZ Alkmaar. Supposed to be the biggest club in the world as Champions League expectations. Win the Champions League, then win the league, win the cup. Has Jim Radcliffe and the Glazers actually now thought it is the time? No Ruben Amorim phases, we've got to go out there and do it. Although our expectations are different, this team is not how I thought it would be. Mazraoui at right mid, then Rashford, playing at left mid. And I can understand why the board think we've got to go for it, because look at the age of the squad. We've got some aging players, including Bruno at 32. And yes, them objectives do not match the ones that I've got. I thought this would be a process thing, because now we've finished the top 4 objective. We just have to win a trophy, which we've actually already done, but we've got to do it in order. And then the next 2 challenges after that, pretty difficult. As 169 million, at least the board's backing us with some money. However, contracts do need paying. We've got Mazraoui out, Mateus Cunha, and Chido Obi I would have hoped for better on. He's actually still miles behind Xerxes. A player I really didn't think could play, as we do lack defenders on the bench, but down here we've got some decent ones in Harry Amas and Aiden Heaven. Young guns now, can they make a difference to Manchester United? With Rashford not being a left mid, Amas could go and be that. Luke Shaw now 31, he needs replacing pretty pronto. Do I gamble with that? Because that could be the future. I want to just make one big signing this season, not loads of small ones. And not actually a returning player, so to cover for Aiden Heaven, Delo's going to be a centre-back. He's running out of contract, and I'm going to release him at the end of the season, and I'm going to bring in this man. His defensive stats are amazing. I'm surprised the big club hasn't took a chance. No offence to Brentford, but on Nathan Collins. He's been around Brentford and Burnley, but now he needs his big shot. And did I think I would be paying 81 million for Nathan Collins? But hey, you've got to do what you've got to do, and he should be kinda similar to Maguire, higher rated, and hopefully carries us to a trophy. Oh, and I can't do this. I actually cannot manage Man United. It's a 5th place finish in the league, below Chelsea, with all our good players. £80 million on Nathan Collins, and we do get a trophy. Community Shield, do we count it? I think we might have to here against City. We want to move on to the better things, as City still beat us in the FA Cup, and City win the Carabao Cup, so at least we do have that big 50p piece for our cabinet. And yes, I'm counting it. I'm being petty. Guardiola said it counts, so I'm going to say it counts as well. Should have been in that Super Cup that's won by Stuttgart in a German derby. Oh my days as well. We just squeezed into the knockout rounds. We are haunted by the old Dutchman, Ten Hag, beaten by Feyenoord. This season's been a disgrace. We've got Fernandes going down to an 89 rating, Amas not going up at all, 77. And guess what? Now we completed the trophy challenge, that's that one ticked off, as the next one was to have 390 rated players here. And it's back to losing some players. Do or die season. Delo goes, leaving us this bunch of players. And how on earth do we get 90 rated? No chance it can be Bruno now. He's on his way down. Mazraoui maybe? Henderson's 31. McTominay also 31. So trying to use some logic, Ahmad and Mazraoui should be 90 rated very soon, but no one else is even close, and that's upsetting me. We need to sign maybe just one player guaranteed to be over 90 overall. By the end of the season, keep my arms, legs, toes, fingers crossed we get some 90 overalls inside our squad. Through growth, there's 177 million. Of course, the best way to get players grow is do well in the tournaments. But ultimately, it shouldn't be about who we sign. It should be about our players growing by winning games of football. And I must be close to the sack, and the expectations are up there again. Win the Premier League title, win the FA Cup, and Europa League. We're back in the trophy that started this, with Tottenham winning it over Manchester United on Wednesday. And this is actually being filmed on the Thursday, straight after it, as I think we need to sell a defender to replace with a defender. Or midfielder, because Delo's going. Xerxes only 81 rated. And Obi's not had an impact. I really thought he'd be a better striker. And what about go big or go home? Victor Osimhen. Mateus Cunha scores goals. But Victor Osimhen's just a brilliant player. No idea why he went to Galatasaray. No offense meant by that, but I really thought he would go to the Premier League straight away. We do have strict transfers on, so I'm expecting over 100 million on this man right here. And I'm taking a gamble, a 29-year-old. Risking him almost hitting the rating, and Cunha's going back to Cam, allowing a shuffle round with some players, because I know Bruno won't hit that 90 overall again. Holy moly, and for all things holy, how have we done this again? It's 4th. Yes, we're back in the Champions League, but that record. Won the most games in the league, but 10 defeats. We're needing 3 over 90 rated players, and I'm going to ruin the last objective right here. We have to win a treble with Manchester United, and at the moment, I've got no confidence in it. Despite picking up an FA Cup, if you're angry with me counting the Community Shield as a trophy, at least we have won an actual one there. And to be fair, 2! The Carabao Cup is won. Now that's really good. 2 trophies for United. Could we complete a treble here where we did well in the group stage? Oh my days, and we've done it! We've won a treble, but I'm gonna hold the horses. We have to do a challenge each at a time, so we need them 390 overall players. Then we need to win a treble, but it's very nice beating Monaco in the finale, righting the wrongs of real life, and yes, 3 trophies this season. It is good, and to be fair, we do have the 90 overalls here. Osimhen hasn't really played. It's Mazraoui, McTominay, De Ligt, and Henderson. Dino is 90 overall. Fantastic, as look at the cam scoring. Cunha getting 35. He's got to be a cam himself, and at the age of 30, he does have really good stats, and oh my days, a 94 overall. Matheus Cunha is a god. And could we actually do it next season? This job is not done, and because I counted the Community Shield as a trophy early on in the season, as, hey, look at that, 223 million, I am not going to be counting any minor trophies like the Europa League or Community Shield towards the treble. We've got to end on the Champions League, surely. A Champions League treble, because then we can end on playing the game for that one, as they want us to win everything like they have done every bloody season. I've stuck with the Amorim shape. The owners have stuck by me, and I'm gonna stick by, well, sorry Bruno, I'm not gonna stick by you. You might get a place on the bench to maybe see us lift all them 3 trophies, and Marcus Rashford getting older, but no, he's not my left mid. Harry Amas made a shout for it, and good on him. He's increased in 5 seasons. But could we add another 90 rated player to the mix? I want to go big, and maybe going big is a winger. They usually get the higher ratings, and of course Ronaldo off the table. Maybe we get the next one, Rafael Leao. Now he's played with CR7. Is behind Vinicius Jr. in the pecking order at Real Madrid. At least Bruno will go out with another Portugueser in the squad. Nice to give him a friend, but sorry, that friend's going to replace you. As another player that needs replacing, I let go of Joshua Zirkzee, leaving a place open on the bench and welcome in Amin Gouiri. He goes straight onto our bench, but wow. This Man United squad, which McTominay is now the captain of, just look at it. Look at it. Matheus Cunha at a 97. Osimhen, Amad Diallo, not getting played as much as Marcus Rashford, and Mount 88. I think we've made the best Man United squad ever. Even Dean Henderson, the second highest rated player, +3 at 33. Let's hope the treble's delivered, because we honestly don't have long left. In most of these players, as Cunha outscored by Marcus Rashford. 44 goals, Marcus. 44. That's insane. Genuinely no idea how he's got that close, as look at the league table. That is 1 of 3 we need, only 2 defeats, 88 points. Man United out on top, and that is 2 of 3, because I'm counting the Community Shield today. Man United need all the help we'll get, and that includes trophies, but the FA Cup, man, losing to Cunha's old team. Might be a little bit upset with that, but he's 97 overall. Probably winning the Ballon d'Or and Carabao Cup in the cabinet as well. That's technically the treble complete, or the quadruple, because the Super Cup. But I said I wanted to end on that Champions League trophy. And starting at the semi-finals, because obviously we made it there. We beat Arsenal 4-0, meaning in the finale, Milan. And this is going to be interesting. We've just signed Rafael Leao, an ex-player of theirs. But does he fit in our team? With Rashford scoring all the goals, I think I've got to go for a shuffle round. But it's Amad I'm going to take out. I'll leave Leao on that wing. And a final at Wembley, led out by Scott McTominay. Yes, he's back at Manchester United as captain. A bit unlucky for them. Seriously, a final at Wembley. We've only just had to travel down north, and this formation's going to have to take some getting used to. As Rashford, he's right cam, but he started very far out, and Rashford scores one of the best goals I think I've ever seen in a game. From kickoff, the number 21 cuts inside on the left foot. Amorim wanted rid. I don't. I'm trusting him. Make that goal 47, and all my days you've dived in. Matthias de Ligt, Dean Henderson, big save, we need to block. Don't let them get at us much, and don't make mistakes in the defense. Of course, there's only 3 of you back there, and Leao, with the ball towards Osimhen, might fall here to Mazraoui. Oh, he's given a free kick. What? How is that a free kick? A player's not allowed to jump now? Apparently not in this first half. Very quiet, but there's another save, Henderson, who's had to be called into action. And Mainu, you need to get that away. Eventually, Cunha with the clearance as McTominay back in the middle. Him and Mainu's worked well as a partnership, but still can't lose the ball as the midfielders. Osimhen's been a bit null and void, but now there's a chance for him. We're going over the top to try and cross to him first time. Leao puts it past him. And now Matheus Cunha. That's the best run I've seen from Victor Osimhen now. If he puts his head down, runs at the defender on the angle. Brilliant save, Chevalier. And once more, no one there for the rebound, but I don't blame them. He should have left that for Rafael Leao, who does get the ball right here. Leao, can he do the same as Marcus Rashford? Maybe fell into the back of the net. It doesn't though, and the game still goes on. Matheus Cunha from range, a save, and that marks the final whistle. The goal from Marcus Rashford very early into the game gives the trophy to Scott McSauce. McTominay will lift it back at Manchester United after probably lifting it against AC Milan, or probably in real life. I'm trying to say he's won the cup. Over in Italy, over Milan, over everyone, because he should will with Naples. As if you've enjoyed this video and want more, click my hands for what YouTube recommend you.